They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Check, 59. Cut.
On first down, Foley. Touchdown, Chicago! A great effort there. 77 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both. Overcommitting in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. Zuerlein good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. Flag. 53. Drop deep.
First down, Winston. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7, past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Hey, watch it. Tighten up. Here we go, even. Easy. Hey. Green, triple team. White. Let me go.
Jameis to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And he will have the first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6, and now 3rd down. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Working out of the gun, Winston. This one caught by Ridley. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. From the 24, Trubisky. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Trubisky to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
5 yards on the catch there brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Off the play fake, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
On 3rd down, Winston. And the pressure gets to him again. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get out to the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
At their own 42-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory.
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Trubisky. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Motion, motion, motion. Mike 35, Mike 35. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. 35's the mic. Here we go, here we go.
They go play action with Trubisky. And he'll find Hall. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Second and 3 at the 34-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, alert. Banjo. 35's the mic.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
The throw complete. Trubisky to Miller. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
180. Come on, let's go. Blue. Check 59.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Chance. Check 31. Switch. White. Under 10. 10. Let's go.
Following the interception, Winston. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Back. Flip it.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here comes Cohen. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drop.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On 2nd down, Love. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning them into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain. I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. Let's go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Bryce Love, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point good by Hopkins, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. The run on 1st down gets them a couple up to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
From the 27, Trubisky, and that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here, nearly a 4th pick, and it's 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On play action, Winston. Wide open receiver complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 52 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
What you got, Abby? Give me something. Give me something. Here we go. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. It's been a long day for you.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Trubisky. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 14 yards in a Chicago 1st down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Trubisky now 6 of 17 throwing the ball, only 35%, but he does have a 1st and 10. It's Kelsey on the grab. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. As his guys are in for 6, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am, go ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Check safety, check safety. No, check cover.
Shotgun handoff now for Love. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They go play action. Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get
From the gun, Winston. Throw left side complete. That's ball. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way
pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
On the return is Cohen. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
180.
On second down now. Folding. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Running to start the drive is Love. He's got daylight. The 20, 10, touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are able to regain the lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Gonna give this time to the tailback. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Lock in. 80 weapons. Rush in.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Complete. Smith has it. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 45-yard line.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline. He's
got a first down and more inside the 30. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Zuerlein now for the PAT. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. Gets around him. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and... Here's Winston. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. Well, that second down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with third and long. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This is brought in at the 21. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Now that was pretty. They executed their curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now at FedEx Field. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. The Bears on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Trubisky will throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now Trubisky. And that is incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Redskins, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
I'm on.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Mike. Ready. White 25. 3. Mike. Watch twist. Johnny. 53.
Play action now. Winston. Eluding the pressure right. This one caught by Ridley. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 30.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Ready? Blue ready. 53 is the mic. I'm coming for you. You mine. Easy. Hey. Sonic. Let's go. Hey, stop. Let's go.
Working out of the gun. Winston. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's ball.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Let's go.
Here's Winston. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th.
A 44-yard attempt.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around.
180. Mike's 59. You must be dreaming. Watch twist, watch. Hey, 18.
On first down, Trubisky. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now a give, right side. Folding. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
They're going on 4th down. It's Trubisky. And he'll find Hall. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They'll keep it on the ground. Foley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Come on, 180. Mike 59. And watch him.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On third down, Foley. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
We've seen this offense go for it on fourth down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
We certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to tie things up in the final minute. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. Green, triple C. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Winston to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Ready? Black 22. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Green, triple C. Give me that ball, defense. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Shift. Check 3.
On first down, here's Love. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Wait. Watch the slats. Watch the hut.
Now Winston. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Easy. 53's the mic. 53's the mic. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Let's go. Come on. Sunday. 53. Mike.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 40.
Washington Redskins. First down.
Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Switch. Check 52. Move. Pilot, 64, weak.
First throw in overtime now for Trubisky. It's caught. Smith. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Where they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 39-yard line.
On 2nd down, Foley. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Taken down at the 41. A 3-yard gain on the play.
What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7.
Whip. Watch the whip. Blue. 53, check 53. I'm coming for you.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here in OT. Now the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And it's complete to Kelsey. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. Part of the reason we're in overtime, all the interceptions he's thrown in this game, but that was a good throw right there.
Hey, he's really not daunted, is he, partner? I mean, it's been interception palooza for him, and he's still pushing it downfield, trying to make a play, and he was successful on that throw.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Check. General West. Shit. Watch the eye. Alert. Get in the weight room. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Watch one. Protein spill. Check. Lucky. Hey, ball.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Airing it out deep for Smith. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Chicago, they finish a